All right, guys, what's going on?
Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it out. It's Pittman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he.
As always, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We are on the way to 1,850 subscribers. We're getting there, slowly but surely, but, you know, that's the next goal for the channel.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Oh, we lost yards on that. Damn.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Come on, Bernard. Punch this thing in.
On third and short from their own 24. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Parks. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. A run up.
Should have stayed inside. Damn.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans.
Yeah, somebody. Let's get another running back in there.
Early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
I thought it was more of an RPO, but it wasn't.
Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, it's Rising. Fires on the move. Got him downfield.
Got lucky on that one.
Through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's
Up underneath.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. On the run.
I had nothing. Jeez, they locked that thing up.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bernard. He steps out of bounds.
Take the quick little dump.
For a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He makes a grab.
Get in there for the score. Let's go.
Touchdown, Utes. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And
Defense needs to come out here and make a stand.
Comes out to start the next drive. So Washington State's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this. But this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Coming after
Big hit.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read
Let me guess, that's on me?
Make sure you take away that quick stuff. And a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws to the wideout.
Guys, you got to get there. You have two guys on one. What the hell are we doing?
Going as they have a first down at the 43. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense.
I got stuck.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I got stuck trying to chase that thing down.
Quarter and Utah has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got
Why'd you pull off?
touchdown, Washington State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to get it himself.
Outrun him.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Dropping back, it's Rising. Unloads to the wideout.
We had him too. Damn.
The ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down.
I thought we did it nice. Thought we dropped it right down in there.
Second down, it's third and inches. At the 45.
Ah, I should have juked a little earlier.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. And he can't escape.
These guys are eating my offensive line up.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Utes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get
Lasers.
and that's all that matters.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's
I think that might be one of the first times I've actually ran that play.
Utah. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
Thank you.
And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Utes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them.
The sure hands. It's
The safety cut on that.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Cougars in the hurry up.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Makes the grab. Defense right there. And they're set up at the 14. Washington State has it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
You know, as this game goes on tonight, guys, this guy has to do a better job making quick decisions. You got to work through your progression. If it's not open, throw it away or run. He took way too much time there.
Fires to the end zone.
Never had his feet down.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Running back searching for a hole. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete.
Almost had a big completion.
Trying to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Utes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The Cougars headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
It's sack. 3rd and a mile.
Tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And the pass is intercepted.
Needed it.
He's finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle, it's McClain. Touchdown, Utah! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14...
How do they go out of bounds and you still hit a freaking hurry?
Put a good drive together. This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the right. Tremendous awareness along the
But he's out of bounds. How do you call hurry-ups when somebody's out of bounds?
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Like, now you can call a hurry-up, but that's the one thing I never understood with college.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Offense, quick tempo.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. You just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
to throw, it's Mateer. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Up-tempo for the offense. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him?
Thank you. God.
And down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. On the move, it's Stanley. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Rising. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Utes. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the 2nd most played game in football is known as the Deep South's oldest rivalry, Auburn and Georgia, and it's gone final. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new Top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Washington State lines up quickly.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The new set of downs after the completion.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on.
Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this deep?
Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he takes it all the way.
And see if I can get another sack on him.
Touchdown, Washington State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward. Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive.
Going up top. And he's got it inside the 35.
Let's go.
Utah. And they take it in for 6 more points. They build this 4th quarter.
Those young men haven't ate in a while, so if we're able to chuck that deep ball down, we're doing it.
Quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, Dave, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Washington State going quickly. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field.
That was the point of a deep purple.
The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right.
To me, he caught that in bounds. He did.
Washington State going back to work on first down.
Oh, who the hell am I on?
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The aerial assault continues.
Take that, Johnson.
Well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Using the quick game. Snowed under by the defense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. through the air. It's Mateer. Fires into the end zone.
You could have just picked it.
Good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires into the end
Now I
zone.
followed the running back and they found it.
Touchdown, Cougar! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Glover. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Makes his connection. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Here's a throw downfield late.
On me, because I was clicked on to him initially when they liked it, so it made the dude a hell of a lot slower.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cougar.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Running inside the 20.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Buffalo was able to cap off a close one inside UB Stadium with a narrow victory. And that It's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused.
Fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. They're trying to get to him. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Utes! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Offense set on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He wants to throw it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Stanley. They bring him
Gotta
down
do some magic with the
out
old
by the coverage
Stanley.
team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually, just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the...
Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. As always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Until next time,